Time. It is the most valuable thing that you own, and I'm doing my very, very best here to not waste any of it. However, time is also money. If you give me the time that I require to show you this product and this company, hopefully I can save you some money. Howdy folks, how y'all doing? Hey, in today's video, I want to take a look at a couple of lapel microphones. I have been quite happy with MOVO products, and what I want to do is I got their omnidirectional version. I have their cardioid version, and I want to do a comparison between those two, and then I want to compare them against this PowerDeWise, which is currently what I'm talking into right now. I am of the opinion, quite matter-of-fact opinion, that you don't need to spend $500 on a frickin' microphone to sound professional. All right, these marketing terms, the BS that's thrown around, the noise propagation. Sick to death of it. Here to talk about the facts and just the facts. I'm going to give you my opinion, but I'm going to back it up with numbers. Okay? Very, very happy with MOVO products, or at least I have been. Let's unbox these and see what they're all about, shall we? I have not opened this one yet, clearly. But you get a little bit of whatever, salt packet, you know, all about that. You get a not happy pamphlet, and you get a pouch. All right, now, these are identical. You know, you get they're 6-foot cord. I'll put the specifications up in here. Both the LV8-D and the LV8-C, they have identical specifications. The difference, and the only difference, should be anyway, and we're going to test it to find out, should be one is omnidirectional and one is cardioid. So we're going to do a little A-B comparison with that, but what I want to do, the information that I require, the single most important thing to me is the frequency response. Now, these have a, what is it, from 35 hertz to 18,000 hertz. They have a plus minus 3 dB deviation. Now, if they hit those numbers, that's going to be real damn good. Nobody's going to have a problem listening to that. I do have a handful of microphones. Like, for example, I have this VXR10. They're a little shotgun mic. I was using this quite a bit on my GoPro camera, and quite happy with this. I didn't feel the need to, you know, modify or re-EQ. But what I need to see the damn frequency response. I mean, it's fine that they gave me a spec, but now I want to see it. I want to see it with my own two eyeballs, verify that it really does what it claims that it can do. The two most important factors with microphones, measurements, and sound reproduction is the frequency response and the noise floor. Almost nothing else matters. I mean, yes, I mean, technically, sound pressure level, of course, that's going to factor in depending on what you're trying to measure, but essentially, all you really care about is the noise floor, the self-noise, in other words, and the frequency response. What are the numbers? And that's what everybody needs to know, and that's what nobody seems to test, and that's what I'm all about, and what I'm going to go through here today. I am going to use the Zoom F3. Now, other guys have done reviews on this. I can tell you from my experience, I've had this almost a year now. Yeah, probably a little over a year now at this point. Anyway, I'm freaking thrilled with this. I love this thing. I got it for its teeny tiny portability. You know, you can strap it to your wrist and walk around. It's a preamp. It's a self-contained recording device. It's battery powered. It can be wall powered if you choose to run it like that. I mean, like I said, other people have done a review on this, so I'm not going to go over it. I'm just going to point blank tell you I love it, and I highly recommend it, especially if you can get it on sale. I think it's going for $350-ish. It's a pill to swallow for sure, but they do go on sale, and I don't remember what I paid for this. I think I got mine for about $250 when it was on sale. Anyway, if you can get it on sale, absolutely, get yourself one. This is an awesome device. So what I did first, I measured the noise floor of just this device. I measured it exactly how you see it. This is the Rode VXLR Pro transformer. That's a physical transformer inside of here. What I got that for was for running these PowerDeWise lapel mics. Nothing else, and I mean point blank, nothing else on the market that I've tried worked. Nothing. I mean, just nothing. So save yourself the heartache that I went through. Just get your Rode GoPro VXLR Pro transformer adapter that takes a XLR and converts it to a TRS. And that works with every lapel mic that I've got, and nothing else did. So there you go. Yeah, part of the battle is in the knowing. I want to know the noise floor of these microphones. I don't recall seeing any spec from anybody anywhere, so I'm just going to have to physically test it. I know what this device does, noise floor wise, and it's right around 100 dB, negative 100. What's it do once I plug in a microphone? Well, to do that, yeah, microphones are done a little different. I do a lot of sound analysis, and I use a dedicated sound analysis microphone for doing that type of work. Not this one. I have a different one that I use, but these little Behringer ECM 8000s, awesome. I mean, they're good for sound analysis, but they're also really good for just a general microphone. Anyway, when you're testing a microphone, microphones are done a little bit different, and got to thinking about this, and I thought, how am I actually going to be able to make this room, to make my world so quiet that I'll be able to get a reasonably accurate noise floor from this microphone? And then it hit me. I did recall reading about, in laboratory testing and that sort of a thing, how they do it. They use a double ball, a ball inside of a ball, basically, to create an anechoic environment. And when I do headphone testing, I have a little makeshift anechoic chamber that I built. It's just a box with some acoustic stuff inside of. And I thought, for this, I need something better than that. And then the ball in a ball idea was rolling around in my head because I like the idea, just I don't know how to make it. And then it hit me. Let me show you what I came up with. This is pretty trick. You're gonna like this one. Are you picking up what I'm laying down? A ball and a ball. One big bowl, one bowl that is acoustically isolated with some foam there in the bottom, little egg crate foam. Put like that, and like that, and there you go. It's a ball inside of a ball, right? Stupid, and yet genius, if I do say so myself. That ain't a half bad idea right there. So that is how I'm going to create the anechoic chamber to measure these microphones. I'm going to do it the way they do it. Supposedly, that's how they do it. Let me set up here, and we're going to run those tests. All right, I have all my sound samples recorded, and I just want to go over go over this portion of the measurements. But starting with the ground floor level here, let's check the noise floor of the Zoom F3. And just showing you the full picture here so you understand what I'm doing, how I'm doing. I'm using isotope for this, and I have measured the left channel and the right channel, as you can clearly see them right here. Then I took a screenshot, and we're just going to go through it like that. Now, isotope has this really handy-dandy waveform statistic window that I can bring up, which does an analysis of what I have highlighted here, and you can see the numbers. What we're going to focus on here primarily is going to be the total root means squared levels, the RMS value, in other words. The left channel, as shown earlier, I have that Rode transformer adapter plugged in. That technically puts a load on that circuit. A loaded circuit will measure different than an unloaded circuit. The right circuit was just bare naked, which is why it doesn't measure quite as well. You put a slight amount of load on that circuit, which that transformer will do, and here you can see clearly where the numbers are changing, right? So keep that in mind. The left channel always has that, that little transformer adapter plugged in. Until I go and measure an XLR microphone, and then, I remove that. We'll check out the PowerDeWise, and just to give you an isolated view, that's what I'm doing. This is how I'm measuring, right? That ain't so bad. I did the double ball method as shown and described earlier, and this is what happens when you average it out with this little statistic window here. Now, the general rule of thumb is negative 60 dB and greater is where you want to be. Anything less than negative 60 dB, if you're hitting anywhere in the 50s, you're kind of borderline for quote unquote professional audio. It's just a word that everybody throws around anymore. What matters is the number, not the word. Professional, broadcast, whatever. It's just noise. Professional is numerical, and we can measure that matter-of-factly. This PowerDeWise mic, it kind of rides that line. I mean, it's right at the threshold, but it's hitting it. It's right there, folks. Look at it. We don't worry about the right one because there's nothing being measured there, and you can clearly see it in this window down here. But where I have that PowerDeWise Lav Mic plugged in, looking pretty damn okay now, ain't it? Negative 60, it's just hitting that number. It's right on that line. So by the numbers, yeah, it's a professional lavalier mic. And the thing only costs like $32. Okay? Matter of fact, right there. Then we'll take a look at the LV8D, the XLR mic. This is what the noise floor looks like when I took the recording in the double ball method, and this is what the average looks like. Now, greater than 60 dB, greater than negative 60 dB is what we ideally want to see. We'd love to see, ideally, negative 100 or real damn close to it. Most truly professional audio gear is going to be about negative 100 dB. Microphones, however, well, they got a different song to sing and a whole different way of dancing. You know what I mean? You're not going to find one that's going to hit those numbers. However, noise floor on these MOVO mics, guys, gals, check it out. Not too friggin' bad now, is it? Negative 65. Ain't nobody going to argue with that. Again, numerically speaking, it is a professional microphone, right? Looking good. So that's what the LV8D has done. Bring up the C, which was measured like so, and bring up that statistic. That's even better. That's even better. Done exactly the same way, double ball method, or double bowl method, I should say. Still creates a ball on a ball. Negative 75. Look at that. That's freaking good. That is real damn good. That's honestly, this one is surprising me quite a bit. Now, I do have two of these, and this is the second one that I purchased. Let's see how it compares to the very first one that I purchased. And do that and that. These are both LV8Cs, and they are very, very closely matched. The minimum's looking the same. The maximum's the RMS value is very, very close. That's looking real damn good, guys, gals, ladies and gents. The noise floors on these LV8-Cs, excellent, really. Quite excellent. Brought the wrong one up here. Let me bring that up. And that. Now I'm zoomed out a bit on this one, so that's why you're going to see the difference. But the actual numerical average is the same. I mean, they're almost printing numbers here. That is real damn good, guys, gals, ladies and gents. All right, so that is the basic noise floor information that we need, right? Now let's have some real fun. Deep dive just a little bit further underwater here, and we're going to check out the frequency response of these things. Just to preface the premise here, yet again, give you an idea of what I did and how I did. Just want you to fully understand so there is no confusion. The source, the speaker that I'm using to actually create sound, you got to run a frequency sweep and then, record that via a microphone and other equipment. The source that is making the sound that I am recording measures like that green line right there. That is damn close to ruler flat. It's a 1.5 decibel deviation. I've only used one of my main speakers to tune this up and make it as flat as it is, but that is real damn close to perfect. In the audio world, most people can't hear a decibel. You can't hear it. You could never hear that. You'd have to be in an acoustic isolated chamber with, perfectly tuned headphones to even come close to picking out a 1 dB difference in, amplitude like that. So for all intent and purpose, that is dead flat. So this is what is producing the sound. I'm running it through my Zoom F3, that the device that I showed you. The frequency response of that measures this. I mean, that is ruler flat right there. Yeah, it's within 0.5 decibel. Nobody's going to hear that. I don't care how good you think your hearing is. No, you can't. No, you can't hear that. 0.5 dB. The thing that's making the noise looks like that. The thing that's the noise that's passing through looks like that. I wanted to start with what I already knew that I liked, which is this PowerDeWise, that lav mic. Those guys are pretty damn cheap. They're like $35-ish, but I've always been thrilled with them. So I've been using them for, I think, about 5 years now, and I keep buying them because, well, I just like them. They just freaking work. So just to give you an idea, this is the mic that I have been using, the lav mic. Anywhere that, any area that deviates from that green line is going to be something that is not going to sound good. Now, I've measured these before, and I don't recall them being this good. And I was quite surprised. This is my newest one that I currently have, and I have a couple of them. One of them is actually not on location. I can't test it here, but I have 3 of them in total. This, right here on the low end, it's a little boomy. I had no idea that it went that low. Not from memory. I know I've measured them before, but talk about a professional microphone. Well, dead flat is what you want. And the PowerDeWise is really friggin' close. There's no EQ work required there. I mean, anybody could sit down and listen to that and really not complain. It's a little hot here in the 500 hertz range, which, yeah, I always put a little divot in that. But otherwise, guys, gals, look at it. Those numbers, they ain't lying. Let me get some stuff out of the way here and clean her up. There you go. That is not bad. That is really damn good for $35-ish. Okay, so then I wanted to compare the MOVOs to the thing that I love, the PowerDeWise, and that would be number 4 here. What the friggin' hell, right? Look at that. That's what the hell is going on here? Man, just look at that. That sucks. There's no bass. It falls right off, well, it just runs down into a hole, about 300 hertz, it just starts falling off a cliff, right? It should be flat all the way down to 30, at least down to 30. The spec is 38 to, 15, 16, something like that. I can't remember. It's somewhere in that ballpark. It's supposed to be a plus or minus 3 dB deviation. Well, for crying out loud, let's just say 50 hertz. 70 dB, and there's a 10 dB differential just from 50 hertz to 350 hertz. That's a 10 dB differential, so it is nowhere within the realm of specification. Something is very, very wrong. And I double-checked, and I triple-checked, and I quadruple-checked. It ain't me, it ain't my equipment. This is really, really what the microphone is doing. Now, the reason I got 2 of the LV8-Cs is because 1 is the loneliest number, right? Basically, a manufacturer's tolerance comparison is the reason I got 2 of them. You know, and so, you know, the first one would have would have a companion. So the first one that I measured looks like that, and the second one that I measured looks like that. What the friggin' hell again? Talk about manufacturing tolerances. Where are they? Yeah, the frequency response is supposed to be 35 hertz to 18,000 hertz, plus or minus, 3 decibels. Well, come on. Ain't nothing, neither one of them are even in the ballpark, let alone the realm of forgiveness here. You know what I mean? They're not even close to one another, let alone close to the specification. So what the friggin' hell, right? I was so appalled, so blown away, you could say, when I saw these numbers. And I'm like, what the frig is going on here? That was one microphone in comparison to the other. Horrible, 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 horrible. Then, well, let's just take a look at the, this one, and then I turned it on its side because I was curious. I was measuring everything with the wind muff on and pointing directly at my source of noise. In other words, the microphone's pointing directly at the speaker that is tuned dead flat. And there's almost no difference, right? So I literally turned this one vertical and took the same exact measurement in the same exact position. You're getting a little bit more of room mode involved in this measurement, I believe, but they got the same profile. You know what I mean? So it's not even like turning it sideways or putting it straight on. No, nothing makes a usable difference. They're both just crap. There ain't no other way of saying it. They're both just crap. I had no idea until, well, this is why we test. This is why we trust, but we verify, right? You test, you prove, and this is how you know. You can't talk about this stuff. Nobody can talk about it. You got to just physically measure it and physically know. So now we know. And did that. Then I put in the D version, the LV8D versus the C. And let me just bring that up. Right-ha. Now, the D is looking, well, the D is usable. The omnidirectional is the D. The cardioid is the C. The D version is usable. Now, it totally runs off, it's launched into the freaking stratosphere up here on the top end. I don't understand. I mean, the last one I did, the DJI, those Mic 2 from DJI, freaking horrible. Literally atrocious. I'll put links to it up there in top right and down there in the description. Go check them out, but I'm not making this stuff up. So at least this is usable. I mean, you can tune down for this. That wouldn't be the end of the world. At least you don't have to boost anything. You just got to cut. Now, it's good in the mid-range, and what it should sound like is that. Let's get this out of the way. What it should sound like, what's producing the sound is this green line here. So anything that deviates from that is going to be bad, but it's not that bad. This is usable. You could fix this. Little EQ work. You got to do a little push and a little pull, but if you just brought this top end down to match this mid-range area here, you'd be fine, and nobody would have a problem with that. I certainly wouldn't. Remind you, in case you forgot, that's what the cardioid did, and then the other cardioid. They're all crap. Just to make absolute dead certain that I wasn't screwing up, that I was actually recording these numbers, and these were real accurate numbers. This is what my current lav mic measures from PowerDeWise. I put my very, very first PowerDeWise microphone that I've ever purchased from them 5 years ago, I want to say, but I don't think it's quite that long. I know it's 4. It's probably 4 going on 5. It's got to be 4 years old now. It clicks. It's not very good. But that's what my very first one does, and it's freaking old. It's clicky, so you can't move. It's fine if you're stationary, but if you move around, it starts clicking and carrying on. You know, I've used MOVO products, and I've been happy with them. And I wasn't making it up. I got this shotgun mic. That ain't bad, right? I mean, look at that. That's totally usable. And again, it's a cheapy one. I don't know, $60, 49, 59, somewhere in that ballpark. It's not a lotta, and it works fine. You know, it's still working fine. Let's just do them one at a time real quick, just to recap here. The source that is making the noise measures like that. That is what everything should look like. If it was perfect, it would look like that, or at least as perfect as it can be. The PowerDeWise, the lapel mic that I'm currently using, that's what it reads. That's what it does. That's how it measures in comparison. The first cardioid mic from MOVO that I measured does that. You know, that's just crap all over the place. The second cardioid that I measured does that. That's even worse crap in worse places. Oh, it's so bad. And then I turned it on 90 degrees, you know, pointed it straight at the ceiling basically and took the measurement. And it's still dog crap, you know. You can EQ it, but you got to do some serious work to use that garbage. And then the omnidirectional one looks like that. That's usable at least. I mean, you're going to have to work with it, but at least you can create a mic profile for this, and it wouldn't be the end of the world, right? You could tune that up and you know, make that quite good, in fact. Don't hate it. I don't love it, but I certainly don't hate it. And then, you know, my shotgun mic from MOVO, looking like that. You know, again, it ain't perfect, but that's totally usable. You know, most people wouldn't have a problem with that. I certainly didn't. But, you know, I do have a profile for that. I know I tweaked that up many years ago when I first got the thing. But, you know, this one's probably, this one's got to be at least 4 years old, too. So my PowerDeWise mic, where is it? This one. That one, that purple line there, that was my original PowerDeWise. I got the shotgun mic shortly after that, I think. So these things are very close to one another in age. And just to do a comparison to just those two, there you go. You know, the old, my original PowerDeWise and the MOVO shotgun mic, you know, they're pretty freaking okay for not a lot. I think that both of them ain't even $100. I don't have $100 in the two of them sitting there. So, you know, professional and all that jazz. It's just meaningless noise. I'm the professional. The user is the professional. You are the pro, not your dumb phone, okay? There ain't no professional in a dumb phone or any of this crap. It's just a tool. They're all just tools. You know, the professional is the hand of the user, you know. There you go. Ain't no other way I can say that, really. Yeah, PowerDeWise, I'm still loving them. I'm going to stick with them because, well, why not, you know? Beat it. Beat it. By any number, by any manufacturer, by any one. Beat that. Seriously. All right, now, just to be very thorough and as complete as I can be, I contacted MOVO here directly, explained the situation here. You know, their spec says this, the product that I received is doing that. You know, I showed them the same graphs that I showed you, and, you know, went back and forth here a little bit. They want to know what I'm doing. Well, I'm trying to achieve the specification. That's what I'm trying to do here. Then they apologize for it. They'll replace it until until they discover that I didn't buy it directly through them on Amazon. I bought it through a different seller. And, well, because I was within the 30-day return window, I could just return the two that I had recently purchased. However, I did have one that I've been holding on to for, I don't know, 10 months before I finally got around to doing this review. And they're offering a 1-year warranty. But, yeah, they don't want to stand behind it because apparently it makes all the difference in the world for the manufacturer's warranty, depending on which seller you purchase through. So keep that in mind. They will not honor the thing. If you bought it through anyone other than directly MOVO, yeah, good freaking luck. They won't. They will not stand behind it. So, make of that whatever that's worth to you. But this is my experience with the company. All right, so that's MOVO. That is the LV8C, the LV8D, and we're gonna wrap it up right here, I think. Normally, I rate things on a 0 to 10 scale because stars are for restaurants and we don't do stars around here. But these are not even worthy of a rating. I won't give them a 1 or a 0. I just won't rate them at all. I got 3 of them back to back in a row. Ain't none of them anywhere near the rated specification. And the company refuses to stand behind their product. They're printing numbers here, but they won't back them up. Be very careful of who you purchase through if you expect any kind of warranty service from MOVO. Now, I've got MOVO products. I've been happy with everything I've purchased prior to these, but man, these are some of the crappiest mics that I've ever tested. Let me know in the comment section if you've got MOVO products, and let me know what you think about them. All right, so make of that what you will. And I think we're going to wrap it up right here. Do the likes, subscribes, the bells, the whistles, all that jazz down there. And hope you found this helpful. And we'll see you in the next one then. All right, thanks for hanging out, guys, and cheers.